Today's video is brought to you by the F1 store. The F1 season is winding down, and now is the time to grab official team gear. Whether it's Red Bull, Ferrari, Mercedes, or another favorite, you can show your support with shirts, caps, and collectibles. Celebrate the season your way. I put the link to the F1 store down in the description below. Hello, everyone, and welcome. I am the OGGO, Greg Osmond. Thank you for joining me today. Episode 185, World of Outlaws, Dirt Racing 24. If you missed the last episode, you can check that out in the eye in the top right of the screen. And make sure you like the video, share the video, and subscribe to the channel so you can follow along with the rest of this series, as well as everything else we got going on here. And as always, check out that video description for our Linktree link to all of our great channel supporters and sponsors. Make sure you go support those who support us. Also down there in the video description and in the join button below the video is information on channel memberships. $5 a month for ad-free extended length videos, Osmond Racing merchandise discounts, video inclusions in future series, and more. So go check out more information on channel memberships in the video description and in the join button below the video. All right, now that that's out of the way, we've got 4 races here for you all today. We're going to start off with 80 laps at Knoxville Raceway, and then we're going to head to Fairbury for the second time. So that will, right? We've already been to Fairbury, have we not? Yes, we have. That was the first showcase event of the season. So Fairbury will be a members-only exclusive. Then we'll head to Kokomo Speedway for the one and only time. No, for the first time, we will go back to Kokomo in our live stream on November 14th. So definitely tune into that. And then we'll round things off here tonight at Baxterville Speedway in Minnesota. So that is what is on tap for us today. Current point standings look as such. 2,700 points to Bobby Pierce, 2,690 to Brandon Shepard, 2,682 to us. 4 wins on the season. We are 18 points out of the top spot. We got to get everything repaired. 37,445 to get everything up to speed here. So like I said, we're going to start things off at Knoxville Raceway, 80 laps. Oh boy, this is going to be a long one. So let's settle in. 80 laps at Knoxville Raceway. Let's head west. What was I trying to say there? Let's head west to Knoxville, Iowa, and the sprint car capital of the world, Knoxville Raceway. Didn't take long to get to the A main here at Knoxville. Knoxville's always been a tough track for us early on in the night. We've been able to kind of pull it around in the latter stages, but early on in the night, just never been that great. So no qualifying or practice goal. Qualified in the 12th position. That put us starting P3 in heat race number 2, which is exactly where we finished 8.5 seconds behind heat race winner Chris Madden. So got our work cut out for us here. I'm going to make one change to the car, and that is a little down on the rear end ratio. This is 80 laps, 8-0. And, I'm going to make one other change. Going to go up on the right rear spring rate to help loosen up the car just a little bit. So let's now save that one and head to the track. 80 laps, 8-0. So settle in, boys and girls. It's going to be a long one. Let's head to the track for the A main at Knoxville Raceway. Gritted and pacing and ready to go racing. We're starting P12 and are ready to go. The green flag flies. We are underway from Knoxville Raceway. A little wobbly there on the start, but we're going to get a good run through 1 and 2 to the outside of Ziegler. We will go, but no, Moran drops to the bottom. He'll take over P12 now. Tyler Bruning looking to get to the 13th position. He'll take it. We'll drop 2 spots here in the early stages of this one. Now Jimmy Owens looking to the high side. We'll get a good run off of 2. Give a little boot to the booty there on Tyler Bruning. And he'll hold on to the spot now, trying to split the difference between Bruning and Moran. We're going to push Bruning through 3 and 4. We'll get to the inside of Moran once again. We'll get to run off of 2. We'll get to the front of him and put us back into P13. Now, as we try to navigate around the 16 car of Tyler Bruning, we will not do so just yet. 77 laps to go. Oh, wow, look at that run through 1 and 2. We will take that and take it straight to Le Bank. But Bruning will power back on the inside line, down the back straightaway off of turn number 4. It's a drag race down the front stretch. He'll have it at the line. We're still 13th as we work lap number 5. Off of 2, we will finally get by Bruning and drop to the inside line back to our starting position of 12th. We will go as we try to reel in 11th place Mason Ziegler. Probably at some point in this one I will go silent because I got 4 races to do here in this one. Well, 3 races I commented on. But yeah, and it's 80 laps. So it's probably going to be a little bit where I just let you guys listen to the sights and sounds. But for now, we'll settle in here trying to reel in Mason Ziegler for 11th. I'm starting to wonder if I should have left the gear ratio alone, but I don't think it was a bad move given the duration of this race. Brandon Shepard is out to the race lead. Wow, I didn't expect the car to stick like that. We'll get in the greasy stuff down there on the bottom side, and we'll lose a lot of time to Ziegler. That's going to allow Bruning and Moran to close back in on us, but off of 2, we'll gather back up. Oh, now Ziegler to the top side through 3 and 4. We'll try to make a run here at it. He's going to gain on us there a little bit as we complete lap number 9. Oh, we close in on Ziegler here as we get through 3 and 4. He'll power off of turn number 4 with a good bit of momentum. But now with 10 laps complete, we close in a little bit more, 4/10 of a second. Now as we get off of turn number 2 is the gap to the 11th place car. A couple cars up in front of us getting real close for comfort. They could really use a caution, not going to lie. But wait until I get to an even numbered position to do so, please. Brandon Shepard still out front here in this one. Ziegler has pulled us by a few tenths here in these last couple laps. But at the line this time it is 4/10 of 1 second. The gap to Mason Ziegler. He keeps it on the top side. We're going to bounce it off the wall, outside wall there down the back straightaway. Now we'll go top side through 3 and 4. See if that helps us out at all. Now, even after bouncing off the wall, we only lost 1/10 of a second there on that lap to Mason Ziegler in 11th. Ryan Gustin making contact with, I think that's Chris Ferguson. Yes, it is. And we'll close in on Ziegler real big right there. Now 2/10, now 3/10 as we dive it off into turn number 3. 3 cars in front of us, all riding that top side of 3 and 4. Down through 1 and 2. 15 laps are complete. We're going to run through the middle of 1 and 2 this time and close in on the rear bumper of Mason Ziegler. Dive it down low into turn number 3. We're going to slide right up in front of Mason Ziegler and take over the 11th position. It took 16 laps, but we finally gained a spot, boys and girls, from where we started. Now setting our sights on Chris Ferguson. See if we can close in on him and jump into the top 10. We have been clean and green so far in all 17 laps. 18 as the leader crosses the line. We are quickly falling in danger of going a lap down. But more importantly, we are losing a lot of points to those 2 cars in front of us, Bobby Pierce and, was it Brandon Shepard, right? Which he's got the race lead. So race win gives you the most points. So, yeah, we are in danger of losing a lot of points to the front runners here in this one. Or was Chris Madden? It doesn't matter. We're behind all of them, or both of them at this point. So I can see a top 10 right in front of us there with Chris Ferguson. I'm going to go top side here through 1 and 2, see if that helps us out as we get a good run on Ferguson down the back straightaway. Drag race into turn number 3. We'll stay on the outside line. Now off of turn number 4. Look, contact there with Fergie. I think we'll edge him out at the line, put us into the top 10 with now 21 laps complete. We'll bounce it off the cushion there through 1 and 2, diving down to the inside line off of 2. Now into turn number 3. Cade Dillard is in 9th. Ryan Gustin right in front of him in the 8th position. We're in the 10th spot, gaining 2 positions on our starting position. Heavy contact between Gustin and a lap car. The lap car of Nick Hoffman will stay clean and, well, not clean, will stay green. Jeremy Shaw and Nick Hoffman fighting over that last position, 25th and 24th, respectively, are Shaw and Hoffman. Now put Hoffman in the shotgun position as, we go wide there into turn number 3. That's going to allow Chris Ferguson to dive to our inside. He'll take over the 10th position once again. Now we'll bounce it off of Nick Hoffman. We'll bounce it off of Chris Ferguson. We'll get to the we'll get in front of Hoffman, but we will not keep Ferguson behind us. Now, big piece of mud right in the middle of the screen, or visor, I should say. We really need to get by these slower cars. They are really throwing a wrench in the mix here, which I guess is the point. But, we're going to slide to the outside of Ferguson now. Down the front stretch at the line. It was too close to call. I think we had it, but I'm not sure. Dive it down off of the top side, off of turn number 2, scrape the outside wall down the back stretch. Same song, different verse here. Now staying on the high side of Ferguson, approaching the slower car of Kyle Strickler. We're going to do a little crisscross applesauce on old Fergie there, and we'll jump to the inside line. Now through 3 and 4, we'll slide up just a wee little bit right there, Governor, but we'll hold on to the spot, put us back into the top 10 in the 10th position. But Ferguson's not letting us go quietly into the dark as he's going to slide back on by to the inside. Now into turn number 3, we're going to go to the inside of Ferguson once more. We'll make room where there didn't seem to be any, and we'll jump back into the top 10, setting our sights once again on the 9th place car of Cade Dillard, putting Ferguson in the rear view, hopefully for good. Readjust myself in my chair. We'll come around to complete lap number 30, this time by 50 laps remain. I don't know why I thought this was a 70 lap race all of a sudden, but we are in the top 10 and in danger in a few laps of going a lap down. That is a wild thing to even think about. So let's just focus. I don't think we're going to have to worry about that at all, because Cade Dillard gets into, I have no idea who that was, but the caution will fly just in time for us. We'll restart from the 9th position. We've got Brandon Shepard, Chris Madden, Bobby Pierce, Dennis Erb Jr., and Brent Larson, your top 5. We are ready to go from position number 9. Green flag is out. We are back underway. Got a good jump and good run into turn number 1. Yes, I went too low, but hey, if they're not going to penalize me, there's not anything wrong with it. It's only illegal if you get caught. Remember that, boys and girls. Not a good mantra to live by. We gained 3 spots there. We're up to the 6th position. Now as Bobby Pierce and Brandon Shepard fight for that top spot. And Cometic Gasket wants us in the top 5. Let's try to give it to him here. We've always been good on starts and restarts, and that one was no exception. We're going to dive now off of turn number 2 to the inside of Dennis Erb Jr., the Carpentersville, Illinois native. And we'll take over that spot, but Kyle Bronson says, nah, I want that spot for myself. We'll go to the top side here through 1 and 2, bounce it off the cushion, get a good run. Off at turn number 2, we'll go by Bronson on the outside and retake that 5th position. Running in the top 5 after starting in 12th at one of, if not my favorite track in real life that I've never raced on. I would love to race here in real life, but they don't run our class very often, if at all. So we'll see. But running in the top 5 at a track that has been notoriously difficult for us in the game. We're going to run through the middle line now here through 3 and 4. A little tight there through the middle. Bronson's not able to close in on us, but we take that entry to turn number 1 way shallow, and he does close in on us there. Now approaching the back of the field are the race leaders. That is, I believe, Jeremy Shaw. Yes, he must have got caught up in that incident that brought out the caution halfway home. Cross sticks in the air. Halfway home, 40 down, 40 laps to go. As we try to close in on the one car of Brent Larson. Shepard still out front. Madden second. Bobby Pierce third. Brent Larson fourth. We ride in the fifth position. As we'll come around this time and complete lap number 42. Pierce going to get slowed by a lap car. I believe that is Cade Dillard, who was having a good run and then got into it with a slower car. And unfortunately now runs in. Well, I guess he's not all the way at the back of the field, but he will be here very shortly as everybody else goes by him. That is already a lap down. He is now only one lap down. Or he is now one lap down. Everybody else that will surpass him very quickly is already a lap down, so he'll go to the back of the field here pretty quickly. All right, for these next few laps, I will give my voice a reprieve and let you all listen to the sights and sounds as I navigate around the half-mile historical landmark that is Knoxville Raceway. Enjoy this one for probably the next, 10, 15 laps. Like I said, Cade Dillard now at the back of the field in 22nd. I made a big mistake there after I got back by Shirley and opened up that bottom line. And now I'm trying to get back by not only he, but Dennis Erb Jr. But prior to that, I had even made a bigger mistake of getting down on that greasy stuff there on the apron of the track. Way too much. Now Kyle Bronson trying to poke a nose in here and put us back into the 8th position. So we are in danger of losing all those spots we gained on that restart. Can we hold Bronson by the wayside? We can. We'll hold on to the 7th position now as we lost 5th and 6th, both Erb and Shirley. But we got a gaggle of slower cars here we got to navigate through. And it's going to be difficult to see if everybody else is able to do it. No! Oh boy. Erb made contact with the slower car of Austin Berry. I believe that's his name, Austin Berry. But yeah, but we stay green. Now Shirley to the inside of the slower car of Daryl Lanigan, running in 19th. Working lap 58. Now we'll come around to complete lap 58. It's crazy how, like, some of these cars just come on late in the race or middle parts of the race. They just flip a switch, and all of a sudden they're a lot faster than they were, and just kind of wild to me. 21 laps to go I think we can commentate the last 21 laps. I think we'll be able to stay on the lead lap for these 21 laps. At least I hope we are. I'm really hoping there's another caution at some point. 20 laps remain. Surely to the inside of Colton Flinner now. Flinner in the 18th position. I think they just got through lap traffic a little better than I did. That's why we lost those spots, but we're not really able to reel them back in. It's really the problem, or that's really the problem right now, as we work lap 62 of 80. Only one caution so far in this one, and oh boy, Herb just made heavy contact there with Cody Overton at the end of the front stretch, but we stay green as we have to try to fight off the battle from two orange cars behind us. The one on the outside line is Colton Flinner. He is a lap down. The one on the inside, Kyle Bronson. That is for position. As we catch a few other slower cars, or a few more slow. Oh boy, there is a gaggle of cars right here up in front of us. Oh boy, this is going to be tricky. Larson has already gotten through the majority of them, as has Herb. Bad entry into turn number one for us there. Not sure if that was aerodynamic's cause or not, but we will luckily hold on to the 7th position. Now Cade Dillard running in 23rd. We're going to try to navigate to the bottom side of him and get a good run off the middle groove there down the back straightaway to the inside of Cody Overton at the end of the backstretch. We'll get by him as we come around, complete lap 66, 14 laps to go. 14 laps to go, closing in on Rick Eckert. Closing in on Rick Eckert, who is a lap down. Ross Bales is on the high side in front of him. Well, it looks like Herb has gotten by Brent Larson for 4th. Oh boy, scraping the outside wall. Shirley and Larson going at it now on that bottom side through turns 3 and 4. Now down the front straightaway once more. Oh, looky. Oh, my goodness. What was that? I was really hoping a caution would come out there, but Shirley makes heavy contact there with Brent Larson through 1 and 2. We stay green, however. Rick Eckert in 16th. We'll get by him on the inside line. 11 laps to go here at Knoxville Raceway. I really need a caution to bunch the field back up. We all know how good we are on starts and restarts. 10 to go this time. 10 laps to go. Can we hold on to 7th? But more importantly, can we hold on to the lead lap? That is what we're looking at here. That was not Ross Bales. That's Billy Moyer Jr. Apologies there. 9 laps to go. We'll take a little bit of a in-high, out-low approach here to 1 and 2. Not sure if that really did anything for us, but we're in the final 10 laps. Now it'll be 8 to go this time by. We'll see if we're able to stay green for the rest of these 8 laps. I guess it's 7 laps to go now since the leader did just cross the start-finish line. Brandon Shepard setting a torrid pace here. We're going to dive it. No, we're not. I thought about it, and then I thought better of it. Now for turn number 2, we've got the run on Moyer. We'll dive to his inside. We'll take over the track positioning on Billy Moyer Jr. there. 6 laps to go this time. 6 laps to go. Got a little bit of a gap back to Kyle Bronson in 8th. So not a ton of pressure, but we don't want to get lazy here with it. 5 laps to go this time by. 5 laps to go from position number 7. Brent Larson. Oh, that was real close to that lapped car. Now a couple other slower cars. Nick Hoffman, Cade Dillard up in front of him. Oh, boy. Ah, there it is. That's what we needed. Caution will fly. Brent Larson gets into it with Nick Hoffman. Hoffman goes around. We'll have a restart coming. Brandon Shepard will lead the field to green. Chris Madden, Bobby Pierce, Dennis Erb Jr., Brian Shirley, your top 5. We are in 7th, ready to go. The green flag is once again back out with 2 laps to go. Good run through 1 and 2, just like last time. It's 3 wide for the top 5. Look at all these Illinois cars up here. Shepard, Pierce, Shirley, Osmond, Herb, all Illinois cars. We're going to lean on Dennis Herb Jr. real hard there as we try to get by Chris Madden here in the final lap down through turns 3 and 4. Madden, he'll have the spot there, but we'll come around now and finish in the 5th position. 12th through 5th. 12th through 5th at Knoxville Raceway, grabbing the race win. Brandon Shepard, Bobby Pierce finishes 2nd. 3rd will go to Brian Shirley. Chris Madden 4th, and like I said, we finish in the 5th position after starting 12th. Oh boy, that was a long 80 laps, to be honest with you, but it was a good one for us, finishing in 5th. But unfortunately, we are going to lose points to Brian Shirley and Chris Madden. Not a lot. Wait, hold on. No, that's not what I meant. We're going to lose points to Bobby Pierce and Brandon Shepard, as they both did finish in front of us. So it is now 22-32, 18 points to Shepard, and then plus another 6. That'd be, 24 points up to Brandon or Bobby Pierce. Sheesh. Let's head to the payout window, grab our earnings, $108,000 for our 5th place finish. And with everything else, that's going to total us out to $182,471. Let's get loaded up from Knoxville, head back home, because we got a race at Fairbury Speedway coming up next. All right, we made it back home after our top 5 at Knoxville Raceway. Good run for us, to be honest. It's just a long race. Long race. Top 5 there. So we're going to head to Fairbury Speedway again. This was our first showcase event location, so this one will be a members-only exclusive. There are the point standings. We're 18 behind Shepard. And what did we figure out? 24 behind Pierce. Still anyone's ball game as we near the, kind of at the halfway point right now. So we'll get Fairbury Speedway out of the way. 50 laps for $150,000 to win. We'll meet everybody else once we're done with Fairbury before we head to Kokomo. But channel members, enjoy this one from Fairbury Speedway. Y'all, I'm really glad I record everything because that was a masterpiece. 50 laps at Fairbury. I threw a setup at it that I had no idea if it was going to work. We didn't qualify well. We didn't practice well. Got the last transfer spot in our heat race. We started 16th in the A main. 16th. And after 50 laps, coming to the checkered flag, I kid you not, coming to the checkered flag, turn 3, right in front of me. I actually got caught up in it. Caution with literally a quarter of a lap to go. Restart the race, green, white, checkered. And we restarted in 2nd and got the win. So what is this? Kinetic gasket boycott called for by some late model drivers. I mean, I wasn't perfect, but come on. We stand with Greg Osmond, said Emma Moreno, Kinetic gasket spokesperson. Well, yeah, because we put you in victory lane at one of America's premier dirt tracks. So, yeah, of course you're going to stand with us. That's a win in race 21 of the season. We're going to head to Kokomo Speedway next, Kokomo, Indiana. Don't really need any repairs on the car, but look at the point standings. There's a new name at the top. Brandon Shepard now tapping aboard with 6 wins. We picked up our 5th at Fairbury. 2 points separate the top 2. And then we are, 14 points behind Brandon Shepard. So still anyone's ball game here. Kokomo Speedway up next for another 50 laps. So let's load her up and head east, not very far, to Kokomo Speedway. I've noticed something that most of the cars that start and finish in the top 10, most, are typically the same ones. So we've been on it here at Kokomo. Practice and qualifying, obviously, you see there in the top right, sponsor bonus acquired. We qualified. Tap it aboard. P1 here, Kokomo. Put a starting P1 in Heat 1. And yes, sir, we got the win there. That also put a starting P1 of the qualified dash. And it was not easy, but we got the win there. So we're going to roll from the pole here of the A main. We're going to make a couple adjustments here. We need to be looser through the middle. And I want to see with my little car manual here what is going to give us better handling through the corner. Right rear. I could go up on the right rear tire pressure. Ba, 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 ba. Maybe that's what I do. Right rear. Right rear tire pressure, looser on exit and throttle. So we're gonna go up to a 10 on the right rear tire pressure. And that's it. That's all we're gonna do. We are going to, like I said, roll from the pole position here at Kokomo Speedway for the A main. Let's hit the track. Gridded and pacing and ready to go, racing from pole position. We are ready to go. The green flag flies. We are underway. 50 laps, 5-0 here at Kokomo Speedway. Wow, that was, oh boy, pushing like a dump truck there on the entry to turn number 1. But thankfully, we will come off at turn number 4 with the race lead. All right, we're going to have to get real aggressive with this, oh boy, with how we drive this car. Because there's no way I can put up with 96 more turns like this. Wow, this is just god-awful. Let's just hope we don't pick up any damage, because car's tight enough as it is. We're just going to... Like, I have to just stand on the brake. And there goes the race lead to Chris Madden. We'll try to dip to his underside here through 3 and 4. And we will do just that. I just got to drive the piss out of this thing, which I don't like doing because you can really overdrive the car when you do that. But we'll get back to the race lead nonetheless. There we go. I just had to figure it out. All right, we're a little better shape now. 44 to go. 6 are complete. 50 laps the total distance here at Kokomo. Now, Brandon Shepherd really gave us a run for our money in the qualified dash, especially on the last lap. But I don't think he would have had as good of a run as he did coming out of turn 4 on the last lap had we not pushed as bad as we had been in the laps leading up to that. Wow, we are real tight on throttle. Wow. So we got to make sure we get this thing pointed the right direction before we jump back on the gas. There we go. That was a little better. Dennis Erb Jr. now in the runner-up spot, closing in on us. I'm a little concerned about how this thing's going to handle when we get into traffic. Oh, boy. 10 laps are complete, however. 40 laps do remain. Cade Dillard, Brandon Shepherd, Chris Madden behind Dennis Erb Jr. in your top 5 as we come around to complete lap number 11. 13.9 to go. I should have changed the brake bias. That's what would have really helped me right now because I got too much rear. Oh boy, Ross Bales goes around in front of us. Caution going to come out here at Kokomo. Oh, did anybody go a lap down? I didn't get down that far enough. We'll lead the field back to green with Dennis Erb Jr., Brandon Shepherd, Cade Dillard, Chris Madden, your top 5. We'll restart, like I said, from the race lead. We are ready to go as the green flag is once again back out with 13 laps complete. All right, better entrance in the turn number 1 right there. Oh, wow, that was a good corner for us there, but we're not going to be able to make every corner like that, as you can see. Well, oh, boy, that was close. Oh, Brandon Shepherd goes around behind us. Caution back out. Points leader, Brandon Shepherd, and I don't see Bobby Pierce anywhere in the top 10 either. We'll lead the field to green. Chris Madden, Dennis Erb Jr., Jimmy Owens, Ryan Gustin, your top 5 as we are ready to go once again. Brandon Shepherd restarts from 6. No idea where Pierce is. This could be our moment here, boys and girls. Fairbury and Kokomo could be our 2-race stretch that just turns this thing upside down. But we got to hold on for the remaining what, 32 laps? Yes, 32 laps. Cade Dillard now making an appearance in the top 5, in the top 3 actually, as he runs into second position, getting by Dennis Erb Jr. 31 to go. Wow, we're really throwing it sideways real early there. Kokomo always been a pretty decent track for us when we can keep away from the infield tractor tires. 20 laps are complete. We got real tight there. 20 complete. We're going to unalive some traffic cones. 30 laps remain. Let's throw a traffic cone right in the middle of the racing surface as well. 29 laps now remain as we close in on the back of the field once again. Now remember, last time we did that, caution came out right before we got to the back of the field. So I did express some concern with how our car would handle in traffic. Oh, caution back out. All right, don't see Pierce. Oh, Pierce is back in 15th. And Shepard is 17th. We'll restart from the race lead. Cade Dillard, Dennis Erb Jr., Brent Larson, Chris Madden, your top 5. Ready to go once more as the green flag flies with 24 laps complete. Oh, boy, that's not good. Got real tight right there. Oh, wow. Look, contact with the old Irby buddy. And Erb's going to go around. Ooh, that's not good for him. We'll restart once again from the race lead. Jimmy Owens now in second. Cade Dillard third. Chris Madden fourth. Brent Larson in the 5th position. So we are ready to go once again with the green flag flying. 26 laps to go. There we go. Much better turns 1 and 2 for us that time. Not a great 3 and 4, but I'll take it nonetheless. 23 laps to go as we are on the back half of this one. Oh, Brent Larson really tried to make a move there through 1 and 2. He will not make it happen, though. We'll stay in the race lead. 22 laps to go. Wow. Stood on in the binders there, so much so that it stopped the left rear tire. I think we're starting to lose the handle on this thing. 21 to go. We just got to hold on for 21 more laps, 42 more corners. Oh boy, this is going to be a tough one, boys and girls. This is going to be a tough one. It's already been a tough one. It's going to continue to be a tough one now. 20 laps to go. We're going to slide wide there through 3 and 4. Larson's going to look to the inside off of 4. Not going to make it happen. He'll have to contend with Dennis Erb Jr., though, as Erb slides to the inside of Larson for that second position. We're going to go through the middle of 3 and 4 there. That seems to be working okay for us. It takes us a couple laps to really get back in a groove, but once we do, we are completely fine. Oh, 17 to go this time. We're going to bounce it off the outside wall. Oh, Erb's going to slide by for the race lead. See if we can cross him back up here. I think he saw that coming. We'll come around. Oh, we led that lap, surprisingly. Oh, Dillard gets by us as well. Oh, man, that's 6 points right there. We're going to dive it in hard to turn number 3. We'll get back by Dillard for the runner-up spot. 15 to go. Erb is now your race leader. Cade Dillard fighting us hard for the runner-up spot. I knew it was going to be tough to hold these guys off, but the race is not over. Still 14 laps to go. Oh, man, we're going to have to figure some. Oh, Ross Bales goes around all by his lonesome up there in turns 1 and 2. That will help us out now as Pierce is back into the 10th position. Dennis Erb Jr. leads the field to green as we'll restart in second. Cade Dillard, Brent Larson, Jimmy Owens, your top 5. We're going to have to turn under him and turn under him fast. All right, here we go. 12 laps to go. And we didn't turn under anybody. Oh, my God. Now we're going to lose tons of spots here as we fall back to 4th. Good run off of turn number 4, though. As we're going to dive in hard into turn number 1. We'll get to the inside of Dillard. Now through 3 and 4 to the inside of Dillard we will go. No, at the line, he'll still have the spot. 10 to go. Oh, my God. This thing just pushes like a dump truck. I should know I helped build them. No, I don't. I don't actually help build them. 9 to go now. Erb extending his lead. 1.5 seconds now. Man, this sucks. A fat one. Oh, man, we are slowly closing in, but it's not going to be enough. That was our fastest lap of the race. I can only hope for a caution at this point. And there's been quite a few of them, so never know what could happen. And look at that. Look at that. Caution is out. Thank you, Devin Moran. But Brandon Shepard's back in 5th. No. Dennis Herb Jr., myself, Cade Dillard, Jimmy Owens, Brandon Shepard, top 5 here. Pierce is outside of the top 10, however, as we are back green. All right, got a good run there through 1 and 2. Look at that run off of turn number 2, diving it to the inside of Herb here through 3 and 4. And with 3 laps to go at the line, we'll take over the top spot once again. Oh, boy, I knew we'd get it back. We just needed a little bit of luck on our side. Now through 3 and 4, once again, we'll come around. 2 sticks in the air. 2 laps to go. Oh, let's not throw it away, Gregory. We'll come around now. Flagman Dan of the flag stand's got the doctor's jacket in the air. 1 lap to go here at Kokomo. Really bouncing off the binders here through 3 and 4. No Hail Mary from Dillard. Will grab win number 2 in a row. But more importantly, that's going to be a good one here in the point standings, as Brandon Shepard finishes 7th and Bobby Pierce back in 14th. We'll grab race win number 6 on the season, and 2 in a row. Cade Dillard comes home 2nd. 3rd will go to Dennis Herb Jr. Jimmy Owens in 4th, and Chris Madden rounds out the top 5 here at Kokomo Speedway. Oh, man. Oh, boy. That was a doozy. We really had to work for that one, and look at that. A new name at the top of the board after that one. Oh, we are tied with Brandon Shepard. Not only in points, but also in wins. Oh, man, this is going to be a doozy as we get to the end of the season in this one. New name at the top of the board. Oh, man, let's head to the payout window after our 2nd win in a row. $150,000 for the win. That's pretty good. We'll total out to, with all of our sponsor goals and merchandise sales, $240,233 for our race win here at Kokomo Speedway. Let's get loaded up, head back home. We got one more race coming at Baxterville. All right, Kokomo in the books, and yes, sir, 2 wins in a row. That one we had to work. Well, we had to work for both of them, to be honest, but this one we had to work a little more for. I kind of threw myself behind the 8 ball with the adjustments we made, but I thought they would work. They clearly did not, but we pulled it out in the end nonetheless. So one more race up here after our silent trophy gets put into our trophy case after our win at Kokomo, 6th win of the season. And we are, as you all saw, tied for the points lead with Brandon Shepard. Before we head to Baxterville, let's get the sponsor incentive contract selected. And we're going to get everything repaired there for $42,577. Yes, sir, right there, top of the board in the point standings with Brandon Shepard tied. Bobby Pierce is what? That'd be 4 and 12, 16 points behind us. 10 would be 16, 4. Yep, 16 points. So, yeah, I mean, it's, whoo boy. We've got another one coming up, though, at the 3rd mile, Baxterville Speedway in Minnesota. Another 50 laps. Ugh. But it's $190,000 to win this time. So we've we've probably surpassed the $30 million mark a long time ago, but we're still in the $30 million mark with our earnings. So Baxterville Speedway going to be the last one for this one today. Let's go ahead and load up and head north to Minnesota. Okay, started off good, and then it went kind of bad, and then it ended kind of good too. So practice qualifying, obviously you see there we got the sponsor bonus. Qualified once again, jab aboard P1. Started pole position of heat race number 1, finished in the 2nd spot, and we started 6th in the qualified dash and finished in the 2nd position with a very, very ill handling race car. So I don't know what happened between practice and qualifying, but the car just took a turn on us. So For the qualified dash, we threw a custom setup at it, and it's still not very good, to be bluntly honest with you. So we're going to look at the chassis J-bar now. So if we decrease the chassis J-bar, that will loosen it on turn in, or I'm sorry, loosen the car on exit and tighten it on turn in. So that's decreasing the chassis J-bar. Can't decrease the chassis J-bar anymore, so that's what we're gonna leave it alone. All right, so then cross weight, we're going to drop down to 50% because lower cross weight means more oversteer through the corner, less traction on corner exit. That should loosen the car up. Right, oversteer. Oh, yeah, you're steering over, right? That's what that means. Let's go ahead and save that real quick because, yeah, loose is oversteer. I just had to confirm that real quick. So that will loosen the car up. And another thing, yes, all the way down on the brake bias. Lower brake bias means more oversteer under braking. So to loosen the car up under braking. One other thing we're going to do, tire pressure up to 10 on the right rear. And we're going to bring the right front up to 10 as well. That is all we are going to do. We're starting second. We got 50 more laps here at Baxterville Speedway. So if we finish in front of Brandon Shepard, who happened to win the qualified dash, if we finish, and he started next to us in the qualified dash, ironically. So one thing I did forget to mention about Kokomo, we got the clean sweep. So practice qualifying qualified top of the board, won our heat race, won the qualified dash, and then won the A main. So I did not mention that, so I'll mention it now. But Baxterville Speedway A main is up next. Like I said, at 50 laps. Let's get gridded and hit the track. Gridded and pacing and ready to go racing. We're going to start outside of row number 1. Ready to go. Green flag flies. We're underway. Oh, yes, that's what we needed. This car can actually turn now. And yes, I was incorrect. Bobby Pierce won the qualified dash. Brandon Shepard did not. As we come off of turn number 4, Pierce will hold on to the race lead for lap number 1. We're going to power through turns 1 and 2. And off of turn number 2, we'll go to the race lead. Can we win 3 in a row? And we are off to a good start here, but now car starting to falter on us as we got real tight there. Shepard and Pierce both get by us as we lost the handle of it there through turns 1 and 2 last time by. We lose the lead, go back to third. Now we get back by Shepard, go back into the second position. And, Pierce going to power by on that top side with 4 laps now complete. I saw behind us, Shepard got into it with Dennis Erb Jr. Shepard falls back to the 5th position as Erb gets by and Gustin gets by. Now Shepard gets back by Ryan Gustin at the completion of lap number 5. Why is this thing so tight? This doesn't make any logical sense at all. There we go. I just got to throw it into the corner, I guess. All right, at the line this time is complete lap 7. It is a 1 second gap up to race leader Bobby Pierce. 7 laps, like I said, are complete. 1 second is the gap to race leader Bobby Pierce. We'll be able to gain on that this time. We are 0.2 of a second, the exact gain there, but I think we just lost it all by bouncing it off the wall. Lost it all by bouncing off the wall. 9 laps now completed this time by 41 are left to go. Working lap number 10 now. Pierce still out front from the pole position. 10 laps are complete this time by 40. 4-0 remain. A lot of long races here in this one. 80, 50, 50, 50 for the lap counts here. So You guys are definite troopers for sticking around in these. Shepard now closes in on our rear bumper as Race leader Bobby Pierce starts to get cars, or starts to catch his, oh my gosh, he's putting cars a lap down. That's what I was trying to say. He starts to put cars a lap down. Stormy Scott being the first one. Now Nick Hoffman, Devin Moran, Jeremy Shaw up next in his immediate vicinity. Mason Ziegler also up there in that 9. A lot of 9 cars right up here. The 9 of Hoffman, the 9 of Moran. We're going to get into the back end of Nick Hoffman just a wee little bit right there, Governor. But we'll hold on to the spot. Got a second back to Brandon Shepard, so not going to worry too much about it until that gap starts closing and closing quickly, which it has just done. We'll get by Moran, though. Pierce, however, has set sail, setting out to about 0.8 of a second as we navigate through the back of the field. Adding about a second to his lead these last 7 or so laps as we get through the back of the field, like I said. He's now out to a 2-second lead. Brandon Shepard now 0.2 of a second behind us as he used that lap traffic to really close in on us. But now that we've got a little bit of clean track in front of us, we're going to try to extend that gap quite a bit. We'll get by Colton Flinner. Got a little bit of a reprieve for the slower cars. Flinner now looking back to our inside. Not sure why. Not sure what he's trying to accomplish there. 31 to go. 19 are complete. We work lap 20 this time. And off of turn number 4, we'll come around now to complete lap number 20. As we try to get to the inside of 19th place, Rick Eckert will use him to help turn the car, but we'll also use the wall to help turn the car as we pick up a little bit of damage there getting into turn number 3. 29 to go, closing in on the halfway point here, Baxterville Speedway. We briefly had the race lead earlier on, but we lost it to Pierce. Now, we are not in danger of losing the points lead to Pierce as we body ourselves off of Chris Ferguson, because he was more than 4 points behind us, and that is the points difference between first and second in the A main. A little tight there through 1 and 2. That's not boding well, going to bode well for us here for the remainder of this one. Come around now, 24 laps, complete 26 remain. Next time by will be halfway home. Setting a real quick pace here. We've lapped up to the 13th place car. Halfway home this time by. Flagman Dan in the flag stand's got cross sticks in the air. And at the halfway point, Bobby Pierce is your race leader. We are in second. Brandon Shepard third. Fourth belongs to Dennis Herb Jr. with Ryan Gustin rounding out the top 5 at the halfway point. Get by Austin Berry there. Now looking to the inside of Ross Bales. We'll go through the middle here of 3 and 4, excuse me. We'll complete lap 27 now, 23 to go. As now only 10 cars on the lead lap as we bounce it off the wall once again. At least I assume there's only 10 cars. Owens, no, there's 11 cars. Well, I don't know. Cade Dillard should be in 11th, I believe. Stormy Sky. Oh, contact. A couple cars up in front of us. Tyler Bruning and Nick Hoffman get together through 1 and 2. We stay green, however. Bobby Pierce closing in on the 10th place car of whomever it is, putting them a lap down here momentarily. I think it's Cody Overton with 20 to go. There are now only 9 cars on the lead lap, I believe. Making a very broad assumption, but I think it's a very safe one as well. Once I figured out how to drive this track, I think we've been much better off, but could have used that earlier on in the night in the heat race and the qualified dash. But, well, the qualified dash actually worked out a lot better than the heat race did, but it is what it is. When the payout window opens, we've really been able to turn up the heat, and as such, as long as we're able to hold off Brandon Shepard, we will take over the points lead for real. Right now it's tied at the top, and we're both tied in wins, so it is an official tie. We are both the points leader. We're both the points leaders at this point in time. Is that the right way to put it? 15 laps to go. 15 laps to go. $14 to go this time. Ooh, a little tight there through 1 and 2. We'll gather it back up. Dennis Erb Jr. seemingly closing in on Brandon Shepard for the for the third position. We're closing in on Tyler Bruning, who runs in 12th, but is also a lap down in the 12th position. Bobby Pierce is 3 1/2 seconds ahead of us. Wow, real tight there through 3 and 4. We're going to lose a lot of time there. That's going to allow Ziegler to get by us almost. Almost allowed Shepard to get by, but we're able to hold off the charge of Brandon Shepard, as we'll come around now and complete lap number 39. 11 laps to go. Not much longer in this one. Trying to get by the 12th place car, Tyler Bruning. Cade Dillard up there in front of us. I believe he's in 10th. Nope, he's in 11th. And look at this. Brandon Shepard now trying to poke a nose to the inside for that runner-up spot as we complete lap number 40. 10 to go. He's going to get by us for that spot as we head into turn number 3. We're going to do a dipsy-do crisscross applesauce, but he's starting to pull away from us. I can't let him take over the points lead. Yes, we're going to get a little aggressive there with Brandon Shepard. Now through 3 and 4, we're going to get back by him for the second position. Oh, boy. Yes, we're just going to body our way through these slower cars. Come on, turn. That's Cody Overton. That's a different blue car. I'm not really worried about that one, but I need that line down on the bottom. 6 laps to go. This time by 44 laps completed. Bobby Pierce is out on his own. The real race is for this runner-up spot, and it's also for the points lead. And Shepard bodying Cody Overton out of the way as well. This is a battle for the ages. Oh, my gosh. 5 laps to go. This time, no cautions in this one either, right? I don't think we've had any cautions at all, and I just said that. Now one's going to come out, isn't it? 4 laps now to go. Now remain. As if I was a betting man, I'd say there's only 5 cars on the lead lap. Now 4 laps remain. Brent Larson is in 9th. He's a lap down. Brian Shirley most likely is in the 8th position, and he is a lap down. 2 laps now remain, as we've put about a second between ourselves and Brandon Shepard here these last few laps. He got by us there for a little bit, but we were able to aggressively get back by him. Doctor's jacket is in the air. 1 more lap to go here at Baxterville. Through turns 3 and 4. We'll come off before checker flag flies. The streak ends. I don't know if a 2-race winning streak is really called a streak, but we'll finish in the second position. Bobby Pierce grabs the race win. Like I said, we'll finish second. Brandon Shepard goes short step at the podium in third. Dennis Erb Jr. will finish fourth and rounding out the top 5. Here at Baxterville, going to be Ryan Gustin. Oh, man, that was a hard-fought second-place finish, but because of that, there is a new name solely at the top of the board by a whopping 2 points over Brandon Shepard. It is 12 points back to Bobby Pierce, so not completely safe, but I think we're in a good spot here as the season has progressed. We are top of the board in the point standings. New name at the top for this one here. Let's head to the payout window. $171,000 for the win, plus our sponsor payout and goals. And merch sales going to total us to $261,640 for our efforts here at Baxterville Speedway in Minnesota. Let's load up and head back home and regroup before our next batch of races. Baxterville in the books, finished in the second position there. Moderate driving. I bet somebody's going to be upset with us, and if it's anybody, it's going to be the B5. So let's see how mad people are. No, not at all. That is surprising, to be honest. Oh, look at that. Bristol Motor Speedway is up next. But look at this. That is a beautiful sight, is it not? I said that really weird. That is a beautiful sight, is it not? Top of the board, a new name at the top of the board by 2 points. Yes, it's taken us 23 races to get here, but we are now the World of Outlaws Late Model Series points leader. Now we just have to hold on to it for how many more races is there? 18. So got a long way to go to get to the end still. So up next is going to be Bristol Motor Speedway and then Sugarbush Motor Speedway. Then Lucas Oil Speedway will be a members-only exclusive because we already raced there at race number 8 of this season. And then we'll wrap things up in the next episode with Williams Grove Speedway. Only 5 more episodes left of this game, boys and girls. So it's coming down to the end. But we're finally at the top of the board with a late model in the World of Outlaws series. Bristol Motor Speedway is going to be where we head to next, but that's going to have to wait for the next one because that is going to do it for us here today. Episode 185 of World of Outlaws Dirt Racing 24. I am the OG Geo, Greg Osmond. Thank you all so very much for watching, and we'll catch you next time.